Welcome, everybody. It is me. My name is Max MIY, and today we are going to be covering the AMX M4 mle.54. Now, as always, we're going to begin with the armor profile. The AMX M4, you really got to remember a few things. First of all, you have no side armor. If you're showing your side in any regard, whether that be your turret, your actual side, this side, your side cutouts, the side of your turret, even like this, you are going to be penetrated. So what do? Well, you stay front. You have to stay out frontally. What else is important about this tank is you have hatches. Both of these hatches are weak points. However, since you're big, it's more likely that you're going to be looked at like this instead of like this. If the hatches were any smaller, it would be kind of overpowered. Now, the AMX has a hull down playstyle. However, it also can do something pretty cool. And what I like to call it is poking with your side. Now, because of the way that this is designed, you have the weird opportunity to poke out, showing relatively little of your shoulder, like so. However, you have to be careful because as soon as somebody uses heat, they will be able to penetrate your lower plate. However, they will most likely not be able to pen this mid plate, which is pretty cool. You should also keep in mind that side scraping is relatively bad, just again because of the bad side armor. So, just to kind of finalize, with the AMX M4, you have armor, but the only place you'll find it is on the front. With that out of the way, let's get into the replay. Okie dokie, we are back on the same map where I got my ace with the Type 71. Now, the interesting thing is you're going to see a relatively similar game to that. However, here it is a different tank, so you're going to notice two main differences. First, you're going to see gun depression, and second, you're going to see why so many people dislike the AMX M4, and that is primarily its gun and how troll it is. Now, at the beginning of this match, I go to this bush position, and having gotten there quickly, because the AMX is a very, very fast tank, I decide I'm just going to go straight to the ditch, and second, I ignore my inaccurate gun, and am able to luckily get a shell into the Jagdtiger. Now, wanting to get a second shell off, I move up, and with that mouse coming up, realizing he's a better target, switching to heat, being able to penetrate him, I'm able to deal some more damage, and a little bit more as well. When aiming in on the mouse, you should always aim into that frontal section, as that's where its engine is, and if you can hit it enough times, you will be able to start a fire. Now, unfortunately, I wasn't able to, and my AP shell even rolled lower than the heat shell previously, but still. And this is where you're going to see two things. Right there, that shot. First of all, the armor in that mouse weak spot in the front is very annoying because of his tracks. And second, how troll the AMX's gun is. Most tanks will have hit that shot, but the AMX doesn't. And you'll be able to see another example of this. Look, aim it again. Boom, another miss. And to my horror, the Murat is able to shoot me twice. Now, the Murat does a combined 800 damage with his two shells, which means that I am currently a one clip for him. And he's poked out and shot me once, and he should have killed me here. I don't know why he waited so long or didn't shoot me. Maybe he didn't have a shell, or maybe he thought I had a shell, but he took 300 years to poke, which means that he didn't do any damage. This is one of the strengths of the AMX M4 as well. I go to a face hug, because the AMX M4's armor, as you saw, is incredibly red if you are just facing your enemy head on. Knowing that my reload is shorter than the E4's, I am able to get another shell out of him and face hug him as well to ensure he cannot penetrate, being afraid to poke out into the course of that 7.52 and 1.83. I poke out to the Jagdtiger, knowing that I should be fast enough to kill him, And then I'm able to do the exact same thing with the mouse, giving me 2 kills in a very short span of time with 3,700 damage dealt. Because of the excellent armor, I'm able to bounce the 183. And now I am feeling safe enough to move up and fight the 183, but he dies, so I change my focus to the Tornvan. Now, I already know that the Tornvan shot 3 times, which is why I feel completely safe going in for that shot right there. And now, that grill should have actually just moved up, but instead he tries to go around, and so that means that I am free to pursue this Tornvan. I was scared, but he wedges up his tank in a way where I'm not really scared of him anymore, and I'm able to get the killing shot, getting 3 kills and 5,000 damage, as well as 1,000 assisted. And that's the game. Here you saw what makes the AMX so good and so bad. Thank you very much for watching this replay. See you next time. Bye-bye.